What up, it's your boy Bezo, and we gotta talk about this recent Gunna situation. Gunna been trending lately, right? From his latest interview when he was asked about him and Young Thug's situation. Now Gunna pretty much gave a nonchalant, in denial type of response about him and Young Thug's relationship and him still getting down with YSL, right? Now when he was asked about it, to me it was pretty much a bunch of blah blah blah. He was sidestepped and not giving no type of transparency whether him and Young Thug was still cool or not. Matter of fact, I'm going to play a quick little snippet of the interview and we're going to come back.
Still providing, like, we still pushing, like, no paperwork has been changed.
Now, since Gunna's trending interview, Young Thug responded with a subliminal tweet. And the tweet is subliminal for obvious reasons. Whatever Lil Wham says goes. And when he meaning Lil Wham, he meaning Lil Baby. Pretty much saying, whatever Lil Baby saying, Lil Baby speaking on my behalf. So listen to Lil Baby. Lil Baby speaking and saying the things on how I feel about Gunna that I can't say right now. Feel me? And when this first happened, right, I made a video about the situation. And so many people argued me down in that comment section, saying I don't know what I'm talking about. I should mind my business, blah, blah, blah. And I pretty much had to realize, right, that these people wasn't nobody that has been in the streets, man. That these was just fans. And I mean that respectfully, man. It just is what it is, right? And with so many people just pretty much needing to say until Young Thug speak on the situation, Gunna ain't tell. Even though it was clear as day from the video of Gunna in court, to a lot of fans, he didn't tell until Gunna Young Thug spoke on the situation, he ain't tell. So, hey man, it is what it is. I guess if you a fan and ain't never been in the streets, hey, you might look at it like that, right? So for the ones who still don't know, I'm gonna play the old clip of when Gunna was in court before he got released. Let's check that out.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a game, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the game.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the game to the detriment of my community. YSL as a game must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
YSL is a music label and a game, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the game.
Yes, ma'am.
Now the cold reality is, right, by the time Young Thug can speak on this situation and on how Gunna portrayed him, it won't have no effect on Gunna's career, won't have no effect on nothing. Matter of fact, when I look at it, even right now, it has no effect on Gunna's career, man. He's still streaming out the roof, still selling out shows. Matter of fact, he just did a sold out show in Atlanta. So this situation has no effect on Gunna's career, and that's the cold reality, man. And everybody in the streets, y'all need to see this and learn from this situation. Now, let me break down why Thug need to just go ahead and leave the emotions out of this situation and just start approaching this from a logical standpoint, right? Now, from an emotional standpoint, I get why Young Thug want to end Gunna's success, man. But at this point, what's done is done. It is what it is, man. So the best thing for Thug to do is approach Gunna's success logical, feel me? Let them emotions go. See, look, it's a good chance Thug's case gonna end up in a mistrial due to all the railroading, all the just just the craziness going on with his trial, man, with this crooked judge and all that. It's a good chance that this trial gonna end up in a mistrial, which gonna lead Thug to happen to go to trial again, right? With all this negligence going on, everything, he gonna have to go to trial again and spend more bread on lawyer fees and fighting this case again, right? So that's gonna end up costing Thug more millions in lawyer fees, right? Let me break this down. Now, if this plays out the way he might be able to, he might be even granted a bond, right? And that's the best case scenario. And that's going to cost him some more bread. But he's still going to end up being on house arrest. So it ain't going to be no tour money coming in. He could just record. But where these artists get the most of their bread at is through these shows. And he ain't going to be able to do none of that, right? So that's more millions coming out of his pocket. And like I said, the best case, and let's add even more of a best case scenario to Young Thug's situation. Another best case scenario, he beat this next time he go to trial. He beat this, right? Then he looking at the feds that's gonna pick this up, and he gonna have to fight this all again, but this time federally. In which, what we talking about? More bread, more lawyer fees, more millions, man. So it's safe to say, by the time all of Young Thug's legal battles is all over with, man, Young Thug's bank accounts is going to be down to the last dollars, man. So, Young Thug, you got to think about this from a logical standpoint, man, at this point, right? Gunna's success, them album sales, all that is putting money in Young Thug's pocket, man. Who knows? Gunna might even be in a 360 deal, hopefully. Which merchandise sales, show money, Young Thug will get a piece of all that. But if he ain't in the 360 deal and he just pretty much in a YSL label deal, you definitely need them album sales, Thug. So trying to end this man's career, man, that ain't gonna help you, man. It can't stop your fate far as with this legal system, brother. So tweeting and telling everybody to listen to Lil Baby and having Lil Baby apply that pressure, that ain't helping, man. It ain't helping at all, man. Yeah, I know it hurt, man. But damn near the whole gang done snitched. And at this point, it is what it is, man. Listen, man, I was in the streets for 20 years plus. And I always had a conversation with myself. I knew that it was going to either lead to death or a jail cell, right? Years later, I had that same conversation with myself. And I realized that I couldn't accept death or a jail cell. And the moment I had that conversation, I knew I couldn't accept death or a jail cell. That was the day I left them streets alone for good, man. Listen, if you still in these streets, the most honorable thing you could do is have this same conversation with yourself, man. If you can't accept death or a jail cell, then get up out these streets, man. Because eventually, one of these options is going to be your choice, man. Straight up. But anyway, man, Thug, this is the best logical way. This Bezo, man. Y'all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe. Peace.